Obviously, welcome guys for the second half. Obviously, Morocco should have gotten a penalty in that first half. That was a clear penalty. The challenge of Theo Hernandez and Sofiane Buffal and all of that. That was a clean penalty. There's no way you tell me that was a foul against Morocco. That did not just make any sense. To give that as a foul against Morocco. No, that was some ridiculous refereeing. It's it's a ridiculous refereeing that one of the most blasphemous refereeing that I've ever seen in this World Cup. How can that tackle happen and then the foul is given against Morocco? First of all, who had the ball? Who had the ball first of all? Who was coming close to the ball? Who went in for the tackle? These are the questions that needs to be asked. It doesn't just make any sense that it was given as a foul against Morocco and not as a Moroccan penalty, because there's no way you can look at that clip, look at that highlight, and not say that that is a clean penalty. I don't know how VAR was not called to look at that. Why wasn't VAR called to at least take a look at that situation? Why was it just, the yellow card to Buffal, let's start going and all of that? No. Where's the VAR? If it's that kind of challenge, why wasn't VAR called to look at it? It doesn't make any sense. The match should have been 1-1. Morocco should have gotten a penalty and maybe slotted the penalty into the back of the net. And it should have been 1-1 by now. I don't really get all of this. I don't really get all of this because it doesn't make any sense. Well, let's see what can happen. Can Morocco get their goal? Because why not? It's something that really needs to be looked at. The refereeing at this World Cup, really needs to be looked at with a different eyes. The refereeing at this World Cup, that some referees are sent back home, that they cannot continue refereeing the tournament. What does that say about the tournament? What does that say about the refereeing the tournament? What does that say about neutrality? What does that say about that? Because there's no how you tell me that Morocco shouldn't have gotten a penalty. It doesn't make any sense. It makes zero sense. You have a situation whereby the kind of tackle that happened, the kind of challenge that happened, and VAR was not called in to check what happened. That's at the end of the day, that's my issue with this. Okay, the referee has said, okay, this is what's happening. Call the VAR to check it out. Call the VAR for checks and balances. Why wasn't the VAR called in to check it? It's just crazy. Second half is on and all of that. Still 1-0 for France and all of that. But this game could have easily been 1-1. Could have easily, very, very easily been 1-1. Imagine Morocco giving that penalty. Who steps up? Maybe Amrabat or Sofiane Buffal or whatever, or Hakimi steps up and scores the penalty. It's 1-1. It changes the dynamics of the game. The whole dynamics of the game, the entire dynamics of the game is changed. I don't know how the Moroccan players did not complain actually about that blasphemous call against them. I don't know how they didn't complain about that. Is that they didn't see it? Is that they thought that that Buffon was the one at fault? I really don't get it. Because personally, like, as maybe I saw it, I knew that it was a penalty. Morocco is really pressuring them. They need to get a goal. They are really outplaying France. They are balling France. If not for Konate, that would have been a goal. So I guess the guy that said that Morocco was going to equalize was actually might have been right. Morocco might actually equalize. They are pressuring France, though. They are pressuring France. They might equalize. They might, just have an advantage here. This is something. This match is something. It is not an easy walkover for France. Many people thought it would have been an easy walkover for France, but it's not. It's tough. It's difficult. It's grinding. You have to dig in. Morocco is showing France that they're not pushovers. It's the way they're just taking over this French midfield for me. Like, as if the French midfield does not exist. I think at the end of the day, that'll be the story of this match. That foul on Buffon that was not called. That was giving a yellow card against him. That'll be the story of this match. Hey, guy. It's not a corner kick. That should be like a corner kick now. Morocco is actually. Who would have thought attacking football, born in France? It's really shocking. It's almost like the French midfield doesn't exist. Like Buffon and these guys and Amrabat and all these guys, they're just They are overloading the French. They are seeing the midfield does not exist. They are outperforming them. They are outpassing them. They are outballing them. They are outplaying them. They are out. It's just crazy what they are doing to these guys. And what they are doing is that they are following the wings and crossing the ball into the box and trying to score. That's what they're trying to do. And it's working. They just need to get the ball, get a very good cross, and they will score. The problem here. The problem here is that is Morocco should not you have had all this chance and everything, and all of a sudden France gets one chance and then France now scores and makes it 2-0. That would be a bad thing. Amrabat. This Amrabat has to be like in the team of the tournament for this World Cup. Team of the tournament for this World Cup. Amrabat has to be there. Nice. Oh. It's an offside now. It's like something that's crazy. Like the chance is there and everything. Wasn't able to hold his own back.